When you buy products, the supplier will invoice you, and sometimes you may want to return a product that you have already purchased. Remember, you should record the full invoice or delivery note as it is here. Whether you have received all the items or not, you should record that invoice here. Therefore, if the supplier did not deliver an item but it was invoiced, or for one reason or another, you need to return that item, then there is a procedure to do that. Once you receive an item here, the system will indicate that you have that in your shelf. But since you did return it or you did not receive it, you should raise a credit note for that. To do that, all you have to do is you come here to credit notes and select raise credit note. When you do that, you select the supplier. Where did you buy from? Which supplier? So we have only one supplier. From which invoice? So there will be several invoices here depending on how many times you have purchased from this supplier. Remember, there are only 5. You can only see 5 at a time. Therefore, if you have several, just use the arrows that will be here to scroll. Alternatively, you can search for that invoice using the invoice number. For instance, let's assume we are looking for this invoice, or let's assume we are looking for this invoice, and we search the invoice. As you are searching, it will filter itself until once you enter the full invoice number, that's the invoice that will be displayed here. You then tap on the invoice, and all the items that you received from that supplier on that invoice will be listed. You then tap on the item that you want to return. So let's assume we want to return this augmentin for 7. You tap it, and it will ask here the quantity that you want to return. You cannot return more than you purchased. So let's assume you want to return 1. You enter 1 and you click raise credit note. That credit note is recorded here, and it has a status of not processed. Now, this status is to help you follow up with your supplier. Whenever you come here to credit notes and you see a status, a credit note with an unprocessed status, it means that your supplier has not credited you. Whether you bought these items in credit or you paid cash, you need the supplier to credit you. So once you follow up with your supplier and they issue with your credit note of the same from their side, then you come here and you mark this as processed. You mark this as processed. So this means the supplier has either refunded you your money, or in one way or another, they accept that you have returned that item or they did not deliver it. That's how you return an item or items to your supplier. You are returning one at a time, one at a time. Now, remember, you are also a supplier to your client, to your patient. You are a vendor to them. You may sell something and your client may want to return it. If you do accept returns, the system also has a way of accepting the returns. All you have to do is go to credit notes and select issue credit note. Here you see all the sales that you have made, and you can see the customer, the receipt number. So we only have one, but all of them will be listed here. You can search for that receipt here and it will be listed. Now you select that receipt and the product that you have purchased by that customer will be listed here. You then tap on the item that the client is returning. You tap it and you select the quantities that the client is returning. You cannot return more than you sold. For instance, here we sold 10 tablets. We cannot accept 11. It will not accept. When you are returning, you should return the item to a specific batch number. Remember, Dasco PMIS ensures that you sell product in batch numbers. The soon to expire is the one to be sold first. Therefore, even when you are returning, you should return that item to the specific batch number. And that batch number is displayed here. You select it and you select issue credit notes. And it has been issued. If you come here to POS and you look for dollar act, you can see it is 200. We earned 200, we sold 10, it was 190, and we are back at 200. So that's how you issue credit note. That's how you accept returns from your clients, if at all you do accept returns.